So you're in a personal year 9. This right here is a truly soul transformational year. It's a year about completion. It's a year about integration, and it's a year about release. It's a year that is truly going to transform you from where you are to where you're about to go. Let's dive into personal year 9. If life feels like it's shifting, it's because it is. Every year activates a new personal year cycle in numerology. It's a divine reset that really shapes your next year. In this 9-part series, we're going to be understanding what your personal year cycle is bringing forward for you and what your personal frequency will be this year. So let's dive into your personal year and really understand what your higher self is guiding you into. Hi guys, my name is Ness. I'm an intuitive and a numerologist, and this channel is all about understanding yourself in the deepest way possible, which allows you to understand the world around you in a very deep way. If you're interested in things like numerology, astrology, human design, intuition, Akashic records, all of these amazing magical things, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. It's going to allow you to be notified next time I upload a video. It's also going to help support me in building a collective of people that really want to understand themselves on the deepest way possible. And if that is you, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. If you're enjoying this video, please hit a thumbs up on the video and share it with someone that you feel should know what the next year's frequency is for them. Also, before we go any further, I want to let you know that if you really want to understand your personal year on a level that is going to allow you to begin to plan out what your next year has ahead for you, you're going to want to pick up one of my personal year planners. It is a 60-page, month-by-month, in-depth understanding of what this personal year is bringing about. It's going to allow you to be able to really plan and take advantage of the energy and the frequency that you happen to be holding this year in the most aligned way. So down in the description, I have added a link that if you'd like to pick up one of these personal year planners, click that link and definitely pick it up. It's going to help you have the most amazing year you've ever had. Also, I have just opened up one-on-one personal, what I call divine numerology numbers reading, and it is a combination between your personal numerology. We look at your numerology, we look at your personal year numerology, and I get 3 messages from the Akashic records, from your soul, from your higher self. And if it's something you're interested in doing, it is a 45-minute one-on-one Zoom reading that if you choose can be recorded. Make sure you click down below. I have a link right there for you to be able to book it. I do want you to know that I have limited availability, so if it is something you are interested in doing, make sure you click that button right now. I would hate for you to miss out on this. And if for some reason all of my spots are taken, it will default into a wait list, and I will notify you by email the moment my calendar opens up. So you'll have the first opportunity to be able to book in. I can't wait to go into this numerology, personal years. I will tell you, when I realized my personal year and what it was almost 3 years ago, it was absolutely crazy how accurate it is on understanding the frequency and energy that you're going to be having that year that you're either looking at or currently in. And if you go back historically and look, it is like eerily accurate. It's quite amazing that our soul chooses this kind of stuff. So now let's dive into what your personal year is. So you're at the end of a personal 9-year cycle. This is such a transformative year. This is a year that you're going to experience an opportunity to truly celebrate who you've become up to this point. It's a year that's going to allow you to integrate those lessons, those growth opportunities you've had, to really own where you are at this point in your life. But it also gives you an opportunity to be able to release what is no longer serving you, that's going to bring you into your next life. It's kind of like the saying, what got you here won't get you there. This is a year where you're going to begin to look at your life and ask yourself, what is no longer serving me? What is it that I need to release to be able to get to the place that I want to go from this point forward? It's a year that's going to bring you massive transformation. Some of the core themes you'll experience in a personal year 9 are opportunities for conclusions. This is a year that allows you to really look at what's going on in your life, the things that you have in your life, the career that you have, really every aspect of your life. And it brings you to an opportunity to be able to bring it into conclusion. Is something in your life ready to complete? And this is a time where you're able to really celebrate it. It's kind of like when someone graduates college. There's this give and pull in emotion. The give is that you're excited that you've completed something, that you are now graduating and moving on into your life. Pull is that part of your life or that chapter of your life is over, right? So in a personal year 9, you're going to have a mix of emotions. It's going to be a bit celebratory. It's going to be exciting because something's coming to completion. Things are ending in a way or closing out in a way that's really beautiful. And on the other hand, you're going to have moments of nostalgia. You're going to have moments of a bit of sadness to see something go, because what it was when you had it was good, but you realize that it's not serving you into this next life or this next chapter that you're moving into. So this is a year that really asks you to look at your life and ask yourself, honestly, what is it that is not going to bring you where you want to go? What is it that isn't going to help you get to that next level of life, that next career, that next opportunity, that next business, all of those amazing things. And it's going to ask you to let them go. Let them leave gracefully in a way of gratitude, right? So as you release these things, give it love, right? Send it off with love. Give it gratitude. Thank it for teaching you, serving you, bringing you, allowing you to achieve this level of where you're at in your life, but allow it to leave if it's not going to bring you to your next chapter, and do it in a place of gratitude and love. In this opportunity of release and letting go, it many times will bring deep healing, because sometimes we realize that relationships, situations, places that we live, possibly even our current career, are all things that we loved at the moment and brought us to this really beautiful life that we have right now. But sometimes we realize that these things aren't going to bring us where we want to go. So as we begin to release these things, it's going to bring a deep sense of healing. It's also a beautiful year to forgive. To forgive family, to forgive loved ones, to forgive yourself, right? Just because you forgive someone or something doesn't mean you have to forget, but it is very important to forgive, because healing can't begin until you truly forgive, right? And many times that's ourselves, forgiving ourselves for maybe what we haven't been able to achieve or what we planned to do and didn't do. It's a year to really allow yourself true, deep forgiveness, so that you may heal and move into this next chapter a brand new you, emotionally and physically. It is also a year that when it comes to release, if you're looking to possibly release some extra weight that you have, things that you lose or let go of in a personal year 9 typically are gone for good. So if you're in a relationship that is no longer serving you, if you release this relationship in a personal year 9, it will likely be over completely. It is not one of those things that will recycle. Personal year 9s, things that leave don't come back. They are really gone for good. So it's a great opportunity to sort of use that in your benefit by maybe starting a new health routine and losing some extra pounds that you've been trying to get rid of. Maybe it's an opportunity where you say, hey, this year I'm going to stop vaping or stop smoking. When you choose to do that in a personal year 9 and really take those action steps to release that bad habit, it's likely not ever going to come back. It is like a final goodbye. Now the key is you got to keep it up the whole year or work on it through the entire year. But as long as you release it in a personal year 9, it is completely gone. It is also a year that you may find that things come to completion. It is a year that you may have the opportunity to see specific dreams come true. Things that you've been working on diligently for the last, let's say, 8 years or 4 years. Anything that you've been working on for a while, it is possibly going to come true or happen or manifest in a personal year 9. Personal year 9s are really about allowing things that you've been working on for a long time to come to completion, to come to fruition, to actually manifest them. If you start something new in a personal year 9, it is not uncommon that you may need to have a reboot of that thing, or a modification of the thing, or a launching of the thing for it to be truly successful. Personal year 9s, when we start new things that haven't been started before. So for instance, if you started a business, let's say 2 years ago, and maybe it was a side hustle, right? And you sort of stopped working on it for about 6 months or a year, and in your personal year 9, you go back to that business that you started 2 or 3 years ago, and you start really working towards it. That isn't something new. That's reinvigorating new life into something you've already been doing. Personal year 9s are fantastic for this because it's a wonderful time to go back and complete things that you haven't done so yet. When you complete things in personal year 9, it's going to complete in a way that is done and good, in a way that is likely going to be uber successful. Now, if we start something brand new in a personal year 9, it is likely something that we will have to redo or modify and relaunch or, renegotiate. It is likely something that will need to have some modification in the future because personal year 9s are not the most supportive for brand new things, right? Brand new things. So I'm not saying you live your life and you put your whole life on hold for 12 months. Definitely don't do that. But know that if you start something new in a personal year 9, it isn't uncommon that later down the road, you might need to modify it. You might need to renegotiate a contract. You might get a new partner later on down the road. It is likely going to modify in the future. Doesn't mean you don't start it, right? But expect things to be a little bit delayed and or needing things to be worked on and modified, okay? But if we're bringing something from the past back in, you're likely going to be very uber successful and you likely will be able to complete it in this year, which is kind of fun. Personal year 9s, you kind of want to view them as like the winter of a season, right? In fall and in winter, let's say you go to your rose bush that blooms beautifully in the spring and in the summer, but you trim it back, right? You trim that rose bush back so that it can bloom really big. That is sort of a metaphor for your personal year 9. This is a year where you're meant to trim things back, to release things that no longer serve you. It's a wonderful year to go through your house, all your cabinets, all your drawers, all of your closets, and release things that no longer serve you, because as we make more space by releasing things, by throwing things away, by cleaning, by doing all of these amazing things, it's giving us space to welcome in the new, right? It's allowing us to have extra space for the new things that are coming in. It's like a preparation for your new beginnings in your next 9-year cycle. It's a really beautiful year to release things, to do, I know it's called spring cleaning. This is sort of that time of the year. Some of the key energies you're going to have in a personal year 9 is deep wisdom. A 9 number is a very wise number. It is a very it's a number full of wisdom. It's a number about humanity. It's a very compassionate number. This is a year where you are going to likely have deep wisdom and deep insights into your soul and into life. You might have big aha moments in a personal year 9, where as you reflect on things that have happened in your life or in the last 9 years, you have these really big epiphanies that bring you to that next chapter. It is a year that some people have a spiritual awakening or a deepening of their spiritual practice. It is a year that is very focused on compassion, love. It's a year that's super supported for humanitarian or giving back kind of energy. It is a year that is sort of like a selfless year. Now, that doesn't mean that you are selfless to the point where it jeopardizes you in any way, but it is a year that is really supported when it's coming to compassion and giving back. And it kind of brings us right back to gratitude, right? Personal year 9 is a beautiful year for gratitude. Gratitude of what you've learned, what you've experienced, good and bad, because many times some of our biggest lessons, our deepest lessons in life come from things that aren't necessarily happy moments, right? Sometimes they come from lessons that maybe hurt our heart in a way that made us transform to being a much more loving person, right? Many of our deepest lessons in life come from, unfortunately, pain or things that weren't pleasant. And this is a year that you're really able to reflect on those things. You're able to take the lessons that you learned and release the energy that no longer serves you. Release the pain, release all of that so that you may move forward in your next 9-year cycle much more grounded, healthy, emotionally, physically, mentally, so that you may achieve everything that you want to achieve. It's sort of like a deep emotional cleansing year. Some people might have dark nights of the soul. They might have different things like that happen throughout their personal year 9. It's a really good year to get extra help if you are going through a dark night of the soul, whether that's speaking to a friend, speaking to a counselor, jotting it down in a notebook like a journal, doing meditation. All of these are really supportive in a personal year 9. So again, some of the things you can expect in a personal year 9 is deep healing, emotionally healing. You're going to have emotional wisdom in a personal year 9. You're going to have big soul growth. Many people have a transformative soul growth opportunity in a personal year 9. And clarity around what in your life has really completed, right? What in your life is no longer serving you? What in your life served you for the moment but is now ready to be released? This is a year that really brings you that deep clarity. It's also a year, especially towards the end of the year, that you have a readiness to begin new. You have like this urge. It's like almost like it's almost time, I'm ready for it kind of energy. There are some people that enter into personal year 9 that are like, yes, I needed this year to release everything I no longer serves me so I can start my next chapter totally fresh and ready to begin. Some of the shadow that you might experience in personal year 9 is like holding on to the past from like a nostalgic, right? Sometimes when we remember back to something from the past that's already happened, we romanticize it. We make it more than what it possibly was. This is a year that if you're the type of person that is very nostalgic, you're the type of person that does romanticize things, which is not a bad thing at all. It's a beautiful gift that you have. This is a year though we have to look at things objectively and ask ourselves, it's okay to reflect, it's okay to be nostalgic, it's okay to romanticize it a little bit, but not to the point where it isn't truly what it was and where it doesn't allow us to release it, right? And so this is the key with a personal year 9 is the shadow of that is that you might feel a little grief around the release of things that were really beautiful opportunities for yourself. I'll never forget my last personal 9 year. I unexpectedly was laid off from a job that I had been with that company for 17 years. 17 years. And it's like my whole adult life, right? And inside, it was like this weird push and pull because the truth is I had known that I had outgrown that position or that company, that career, probably 3 or 4 years prior to that. But it was like a comfort zone. It was like I knew what to expect. I was super good at it. It was no longer challenging. I no longer grew, but it was something that I could do in my sleep. I could walk backwards and still do that job. And it gave me like a sense of security in a sense, right? And so when that position left me in my personal year 9, it wasn't by choice, it was almost by force, right? But sometimes the universe requires us to release things that we've known deep inside we've needed to release. And this is a year that if there are things in your life that need to be released and let go so that you can move into this next chapter in a much more happy, emotional, and like fulfilling way, if you don't make the choice to release it, when it becomes overdue and almost like expired, a personal year 9 will sometimes force it out of your life to move you into that next 9-year cycle. In the moment, I had like deep grief. I had like a dark night of the soul because I had my whole adult life was that career, right? But on the other side of it, looking back, it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. In the moment, it didn't feel that way, but looking back now, it is the biggest thing that has really moved my life in a way that has opened up my heart, and I feel like I'm finally living into my soul's purpose, the whole reason why I'm here. So know that if things leave you in a personal year 9 that are unexpected, things that you didn't choose to release, as painful or as uncomfortable as it may be, know that it is moving you in a trajectory that you're meant to be going, that your soul is asking you to go. And you're going to look back 6 months from then, a year from then, 2 years from then, and say to yourself, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. So keep this in mind if you have something leave you in a personal year 9 that was unexpected. So the biggest thing you want to remember is to honor the endings. Honor it with love and gratitude, with appreciation for what it's brought you, what it's given you in the past, but know that it's time for it to go. By letting these things go, it's allowing you to create space for the newness that's coming, for the new you, the new life, the new trajectory, the new career, the new job, the new family, all of this amazing stuff, right? A new significant other. It is allowing you to bring in like your dream life. So the biggest thing is trust the letting go. Allow it to happen and send it a big kiss as it goes. 3 sacred reminders for personal year 9 is to remember that endings are sacred because they open up the space for a rebirth. This is like right now you are the butterfly that's in the cocoon. A personal year 9 is like a cocoon for a butterfly. You are currently transforming. And when you come out on the other side of your personal year 9, you are going to be the beautiful butterfly. The second sacred reminder is to ask yourself, what chapter of my life feels complete? You know, really look at it, journal on it. This isn't something that has to be done in 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. You've got 12 months to do this. 12 months to work through the energy of what is completed in my life. What chapter is done? What chapter did I finish? What book have I completed that I can put up on the shelf so that I can pull out the new book? Okay, this is the energy of the personal year 9. And the last sacred reminder is ask yourself, who am I becoming as I let go? Who am I becoming as I let go? Because the truth is, as you're in this cocoon, transforming into a beautiful butterfly, you are going to come out on the other side as a completely different person. You're going to come out on the opposite side in this like rebirth butterfly phase. So who is it that you are becoming? This is such a beautiful energy to journal on, to meditate on. What is this new chapter that I'm entering? Hey guys, I'm so happy that you spent some time with me learning about your personal year 9. If you've enjoyed it, put a thumbs up on the video, hit the subscribe button, and share this video with someone that you feel could really benefit knowing about their personal year energy. Also, right here, I have the entire series of videos. So if you want to look at last year's video, next year's season, your best friends, your mothers, your brothers, your sisters, your lovers, click right here and you're gonna have all the personal years. Again, I'm sending you a ton of love for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.